Let me know when we're fired up.
We're fired.
Well, we're here on November the 9th. It's Armageddon.
We're still here.
It's Armageddon. Bill Maher is on an inner tube to Guam. Paul Mars, he's here, by the way.
How's it going?
Arguably the best guest we have. And of course, he's ensconced in the showbiz world out in L.A. A dark, dark world I was in for 6 years. Very dark world. And a world that involved going to the Improv late at night and watching Michael Rappaport try to do stand-up. And then going to after-hours clubs with A.J. Schvenza. No. I was at an after-hours club in Compton once. Well, it was with a celebrity. I won't say it was.
That should be the end of the sentence. After hours club in Compton.
Yeah, with a celebrity whose mother may or may not own a major comedy club on the Sunset Strip.
Oh, no.
No, I'm kidding. If you couldn't pay me enough money to go to an after-hours club in Paulie, Paulie Shore on coke, what must that be like? You know how many whores know what that looks like? But the most frustrating thing ever, we asked Paulie Shore on the Howard Stern Show how many Playboy centerfolds, not Playboy, just centerfolds, not chicks who appeared in it, centerfolds, have you had sex with? Yeah, sucking on a lollipop, very casually, went, I don't know. I'm going to repeat that. The coolest answer you could give is not 180 or 2,000. I don't know. In other words, he lost count.
Yeah.
If you ask me how many times I threw up outside the pizzeria on 3rd and McDougal in Greenville, I would go, I don't know. Okay. If you ask me how many times my guidance counselor told me the best job I could look for is probably like a shepherd, I go, I don't know.
That was the red flag whenever you met a girl in LA when I was single. They would say, "Oh, you do comedy? Do you know Pauly Shore?"
Yeah, I know. God, shut up. It's like, okay, calm down, honey.
I know Pauly Shore. All right, goodbye.
Well, you know, when a chick says she's a friend with a celebrity, that's code.
Right.
Well, I told you the hottest chick I ever fucked was a all right, whatever. She was a Playboy lingerie, really smoking. And the night after we'll just say the night after I bought her furniture. I'll go with the Trumpism. The night after I bought her furniture in L.A. At my condo when I was doing the Norm show, we went to the Bar Vermont. I was all over at El Dorado, brand new black El Dorado with Jersey plates. She thought I was in the Lucchese family. And the next day, I had a huge bet on the Giants. Now, it was a Saturday night, so Sunday Giant game. There was a bar in the Valley where a couple of guys watched the Giant games. I had a lot of money on the Giants. I had 10 grand on the Giants. I mean, I was making 35 grand a week. Jesus Christ, I can't believe I'm saying these sentences. My father would hit me with a bat right now. You know how many roofs my father had to climb in the cold to make 35 grand? I made it. Here's how I made 35 grand. My father would have to, that was his average salary, I think. So for 12 months, my father would have to get up early and take a ladder off a frozen truck, put it up on a roof for 10 hours a day. All year, you make 35 grand. I was on a sitcom where here's how I made 35 grand. Some weeks, I would go to Norm, you think what I'm thinking? And Norm would go, no, I'm not thinking a cheeseburger. And that would be the only line I had. And then I would have to say goodnight to the audience, and I got a check for $35,000.
How much did the wiener dog get paid? Didn't he?
Well, he was blowing Norm.
Oh,
that's how he got the gig. He was blowing Kato Kane. So we get. I want to get out of my apartment. I got to get to watch the Giant game, and it's a 10 a.m. start in LA. You got to remember.
Yeah,
so I'm losing time. 1 o'clock home Giant game. So I say we got to go, sweetie. We got to go. And she goes, well, take me to breakfast. Okay. So we run. She's staying with her friend. She lived in San Diego. She's staying with her friend. And we go right by where her friend lives in the Valley, thank God. So I could take her to a breakfast. I know a great place for brunch or whatever. Okay. We go to get brunch. And I'm like, I'm like Dice. I'm going to throw an omelet down your throat. That's why I'm rushing.
McDonald's drive-thru.
Yeah, well, not exactly. It should have been. Do you want a number 2 or number 3?
McGriddle to go.
As long as you don't do number 2, honey. Oh. So again, she was a sweetheart, but whatever. I start talking to her. She goes, what are you in such a rush for? I go, well, I want to go watch a Giant game. Oh, the Giants. She goes, I'm friends with one of the Giants. I'm like, oh my. she's fucking a giant.
A male
This is
friend.
terrible.
That's
And
great.
then, well, and then we just sort of like, went to the next level sexually, and I'm like, this is going to be a nice little booty call here. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, okay, who's your friend on the Giants? Now, in the second in between her answering me asking that, in my head, I probably said in my head to myself 1,000 times, please be a white guy, please be a white guy, please be a white guy.
Sean Landetta, please.
Phil Simms, anybody.
Mark Bavaro.
Yeah, anybody. Even Bavar. I think he's a Sicilian, but that's fine. Anybody. Okay. When she said the name, it's as if she was saying it in slow motion. It was as if she said it in slow. Now listen, I'm not proud of these thoughts, but I'm being honest with you. I don't feel I'm a racist, but this is, okay. Again, she opens her mouth and tells me who her friend of the Giants is, and this is how I heard it, like the Charlie Brown teacher. Pepper Johnson. Pepper Johnson. Her face got all distorted like ass. Okay, like a Fellini movie. Like Woody Allen in Stardust Memories, he looks over the train.
Yeah.
She looked like she was on a train to Auschwitz. Pepper. Oh my God! For you non-sports fans out there, Google Pepper Johnson. Don Cheadle looks like Ethan Hawke. Looks like Yaphet Kotto's taint.
Pepper Johnson was a little too big to be a pro wrestler. That's
Well, no, not big. I'm not talking about the big. I'm talking about the shade. And he also had some fat on the back of his neck, like a cat has. I bet his mother used to carry him around with her teeth. Pepper, where are you, Pepper? Let me carry you with my teeth to football practice.
was it the pack of hot dogs on his back?
Exactly. Put it this way: he wasn't named Salt. He was Crushed Pepper Johnson. Yeah, Pepper Johnson. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
She's like, what's the matter? I'm like, nothing. No, I like Pepper Johnson. Yeah, I love Pepper. How'd you meet him? At a club, of course. You know.
Math club?
No, it wasn't math club.
Sewing club?
Yeah.
Debate club.
Yeah. Well, that's great. So that explains your black eye. In fact, you don't listen well. Now that I think about it. Pepper. It couldn't have been Mark.
Phil McConkey.
And does it make it worse now that he's a jet coach?
Is he really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, is
I'm
he?
friends with
Yeah,
the
he's
jet
a jet
coaches.
coach.
I'm friends with the jet coaches. Well, it's fine now because she's 50. So. Fuck what you want, sweetie. Now listen, I'm not a racist. I would not have. Let me just explain myself. To the Italian people, this is a very sacred. No, honestly, no. These are thoughts that I suppress. Yeah. It couldn't have been like, I don't know, anybody. Got Dave Jennings. Frank Gifford. Twinkle Toes Hirsch. Somebody from the 1950s.
Y.A. Tittle.
She got distorted. Her face got distorted. And the end of the story is I dropped her off with her friends and I changed my number. Again, I'm the direct opposite of racist, and I'll tell you why. What's racism? Racism is you think somebody's inferior to you because of their race. This is the direct opposite. I think someone's superior to me because of their race. I don't want to follow them. Understand? I'd follow them on Twitter, but I don't want to follow them. because he's better than me at sex, I'm assuming. Even though he's got the piece of fat for the cow.
It's like following Richard Pryor in comedy. You don't want to.
Thank you. Once again, Paul, you've crystallized my thoughts. Yeah, it's like following. So don't start, all you fans out there who hate racist material. Think like the Torellis, Steve Torelli. A lot of my fans are very anti-racist.
Well, that's what my girlfriend's half black, so I feel like
that's
I'm
right.
breaking down.
God, Jesus Christ. Well, I have a friend from my hometown who used to. His nickname for Derek Jeter was Twilight because he was half shine.
Oh God. Wow.
I'm not even a little bit kidding. And when I see him and he says that, I want to do the right thing and go, well, "That's terrible. I'm never talking to you again." But his parents were good to me. Yeah. Just if we're with Don Lemon, don't tell him that story.
At the protest?
Yeah. Okay. Pepper Johnson. Yeah. So I don't know what we were talking about before. It was funny. We were talking about something at the start of the show.
The Pauly Shore thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. What were we saying?
Going to the After Hours Club.
Right.
In Compton.
I was in Compton. Yeah, and I would go there and
With Red Fox?
No, he wasn't there. That would have been great.
Can a man relax?
But can a fella relax? I would go after tapings on Mad TV, and I was in Compton. I was right. When Reginald Denny got hit by a brick.
Jesus.
By Football Williams.
It's like the only time you go through that neighborhood is when you're playing Grand Theft Auto. That's what I used to tell my friends.
Well, I mean, I did stand up at USC, which is a block from that corner.
Right.
I opened up for Norm there, and we drove through that neighborhood, and people say, "Is USA in a bad neighborhood?" I'm like, listen. I'll put it to you this way. There was a Church's Fried Chicken directly across the street from a Popeye's Fried Chicken. And neither one was hurting for business. God, am I going to offend Paul with every joke? Jesus Christ.
I think so.
I'm sorry.
No, I filmed a...
Let's get away from this racist narrative.
Well, what was the After Hours party? That's the...
No, I just would go and I would gamble. They had everything you needed. Everything you needed. I think it was at Dr. Dre's mother's house. And I would go. I was showed the place by a guy who was friends with my coke dealer. I mean, Jesus Christ, what a terrible ne'er-do-well life I was leading. And I would play craps, and I would play blackjack, and they had blow, and you go with it at a pool table. And as a kid, black kid, would go, "You want to play billiards?"
It was your support system in L.A.
It was. These were the people that were keeping me, away from the bad stuff. Artie, are you going out with Nico, the cameraman, again? Yeah, I owe Nico half my paycheck every week. So,
did you win the $10,000 though that morning? That's what we need to know.
The $10,000 for
after you dropped the girl off.
What do you think? No, I actually, no, I did not win that morning.
If you tell me the year, I probably can guess.
It was, let's see. I was betting at least $5,000 a game. Jesus. And I was making $35,000 a week.
This was Kerry Collins Giants, or was this?
Yeah, well, yes, because I was on the Norm Show for 2 years, 99 to 2001. So this was the first year.
Because it's Super Bowl 2000.
I had an Eldorado. The first year I had an Eldorado. Second year I had a Mercedes. So the first year was Eldorado, 1999 into 2000. This was the 99 into 2000 year.
Yeah.
Why did you make the change from
it was the year they went to the bowl. Wait. They went to the
Ravens.
January of 2001, they went to the bowl.
Right. The season.
The year before. Yeah. It was the year before they went to the bowl. January 2000, whatever Super Bowl that was. Because I watched them against the Ravens. God, they got their asses kicked.
Yeah, that was
the
brutal.
Ravens, just a better team. I watched that at the Mirage in Vegas at the sports party, and Howard was there with the whole crew. The first year they went to Vegas, and people said, "Oh, you've been on with Norm before. You should go and try to get on the show." And because you've been on with Norm, and I said, no, I'm too concentrating. I'm concentrating on the game. It's and but it was a big deal that Howard was there, and the next year I was on the show. Wow, that's how show business goes.
That's crazy.
A year from then, I was on the show. Yeah, that's right, guys. Fuck you.
Yeah, that was the 2 years later. I went to the show in Vegas, I think.
And you saw, 2 years later I was on the show as well. That was when I played basketball.
And the woman who announced you dead, I worked with at the news station 2 years
that
earlier.
was 2 years. That was 3 years. No, that was like that
was like
happened.
98?
That happened. No. That happened in two. I got on the show and became a regular on the show in October of '01. The first time I went to Vegas was February of '02. I played hoops against a chick in May of '03. That was, and the third and final year I went with the show to Vegas was when that happened.
Okay.
Because that's when I played baseball against a chick and fell asleep on stage. I won a karaoke contest in a packed Hard Rock showroom in a blackout. I sang "You Shook Me All Night Long" with the band train backing me up. I beat Robin, I beat Fred, I beat Howard, I beat Rob Schneider. I sang "You Shook Me All Night Long" without rehearsing. I won in a blackout. I didn't hear me do it till I listened to the playback. And Rob, because it was the fans decided. So every time I took a sip of Jack Daniels, it was like fucking Springsteen singing "Born to Run" in his backyard of Freehold. The place went crazy. Every time on the air, I took a sip of Jack Daniels. Howard had to ask me to stop doing it because I didn't realize I was going to take a sip like this in front of the guy. Ah! I tell you what, God bless those fans. They did me such a solid. Here's how much they like me and how much I like them. I made a real connection with them. Pam Anderson, a bunch of guys are in the audience, some guys who worship her. She comes on. She had an attitude towards me for some reason. I don't know what the fuck her problem was. Anyway. So Howard says, Pam, this is Artie. We're sitting down in front of the whole crowd. And she goes, who's Artie? Real arrogant?
Yeah.
They booed her for 5 minutes. They booed her for 5 minutes. And the E! Channel goes over, why are you booing me? She fucked with Artie! Oh, thank you, you cunt. You cunt!
She's friends with Pauly Shore.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know what? Whether she liked me or not, I'm not fucking her anyway. I fuck someone better, someone just as hot who's not a pain in the ass.
Her stand-in.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I fuck someone just as hot who I didn't have to pretend the show VIP was good with. Boy, your acting's getting better every day.
She didn't have the barbed wire tattoo either.
Exactly. Or Hep C. What? No, she had that. That was another amazing morning. Were you listening that morning where, this is classic, not talked about enough. It's 7 a.m., and the night before, Pam Anderson was in town, so Ralph went out there, of course. So Weasel. With her and like all these strippers from Scores. Ralph calls us, this was a solid that Ralph did, though. The best thing Ralph ever did. He calls us at 7 a.m., we're on the air. It's like a Thursday in the middle of summer. Ralph didn't have to get up for work, apparently. He calls us and goes, I'm at the St. Regis. Off the air, he told Stunner and John where he was. He goes, I'm at the St. Regis with Pam Anderson and 50 strippers, like 13 strippers in a room. And so they go on the air. And it's Pam Anderson and like 12 strippers from Scores. A couple I knew, by the way. Whatever. A couple I had bought furniture for. Shooting fish in a barrel, baby. It just was. It just was. So,
couple of new pepper.
I was like I was the Rolling Stones. All of them knew Pepper. So Ralph's in a room in a suite at the St. Regis partying with Pam Anderson, and so a caller calls up and goes, "You guys got to get over there." So I said to Howard, "We got it. You come on. We got to do this. Let's go. Come on." And he says to Robin, "You host the show," and me, and I went. Fred didn't want to go, so it was me, Howard, and Ronnie, and we got in the limo. Ronnie drove us. The St. Regis was around the block from the studio. Mm-hmm. We wouldn't say where the hotel was. We drove to the hotel while Robin killed some time. We played a long commercial break. We called her on the phone, and Howard and I hosted the show on the phone, on a speakerphone, while we were in the St. Regis partying with Pam Anderson.
Oh man!
Oh my God! At one point, I was naked in the tub with 2 naked strippers, and Howard and I was going out with Dana, and I'm letting the floodgates open. There's a couple times I strayed.
I would consider that an acting job, though. If you were on a sitcom and you had to kiss an actress,
they were all on ecstasy and they were writing on each other. And so there's this chick I'd been with a couple times. I take her in the bathroom and Howard was with Bessel. He was being real like. he was real sort of upset about the. He goes, I can't really do much, And I said, well, you host the show. I can do stuff. And but I was with Dana, so it was like I was trying to, whatever. It was so complicated. But the quality of the sound wasn't that good. And I'm in the tub at the St. Regis. I said, honestly, I looked up my phone. I said, technically, I'm at work.
Yes, exactly.
I was at work. I was making $800,000 a year.
God.
My father would probably hit me with a bat. Dan, if you're listening, I apologize.
No, he would have hugged you for that one.
Oh, no, believe me. No, well, he would have been about the money. But, no, he would have hugged me. Oh, if my father was alive during the Sturgis, he would have been there all the time. He would have been a character on the show. Probably would have stole the microphone. Probably would have asked me how to get all the stuff out of this quality equipment. Yeah. I'm pulling up with a pickup truck on 57th Street. Are you with me and Uncle Tony? So yeah, we stayed in the room for like 2 hours.
Oh, God.
And I ejaculated on the air.
Oh.
What?
I ejaculated on the air. And Howard was being good. Pam Anderson was writing on my back. And one of the other girls was writing stuff. I'm like, what are you writing? Just have fun, blah, blah, blah. The one chick gives me an ecstasy. Now I go back on ecstasy on the show. I'm on ecstasy.
Oh, my God.
I'm like touching Benji's shoulder.
Oh, wow.
So this was way early then in the show.
2002.
No, but I mean in the morning because you had enough time to get back. Yeah.
He called us at 7. We stayed on as long as we wanted to. I was rolling the whole day.
But why would you even go back?
Well, because Howard, it's Howard. He's got a work ethic.
Just say, I'll stay here as a correspondent.
We're going to go back to interview David Duchovny. So I leave. But again, Pam Anderson had something up her ass about me. I bet you Ralph poisoned me to her. Anyway, I go, Pam, good to see you. She pours a whole glass of Jack Daniels on my head like this. Pours it on my head. Now it's all over my shirt. So now I'm on ecstasy. My cock is stuck to my underwear.
Oh, God.
And I'm going back to work. I got to go back and do the news. I was like, Rob's like, what happened to you, Artie? I don't know, fun. And there's this chick from Staten Island. Oh God, she thought we had a relationship for a while. It was so dangerous. She was also dating a biker. Oh my God!
You just gave me the worst picture ever. I'm picturing like a really hot chick with Bochetti's accent.
Artie, it's Amanda. Artie, it's Amanda. I completed my sizzle reel. Artie, did I drop ecstasy down your coat jacket? She gave me 2 hits of ecstasy, and then the best thing. Guess what Pam Anderson wrote on my back? Fat boy.
Oh.
Not without a PH. And no, it might have been. I think it was the chick from Staten Island.
Artie, bend me over.
Yeah, it was the chick from Staten Island because.
Make sure your mother's not here.
Well, that's what she used to call me, fat boy. Sometimes. But she told me she meant it with a PH. And she gave me shit, and I said something on my birthday show this Sunday. She invited me to a pool party at her house in Malibu. I'm like, and then she found that I was going or something. Like I was with John Stamos was in L.A. It was like a long story. Stamos, after he broke up with Rebecca Romaine, was basically he bought a house in Malibu, rented a house in Malibu one summer. It was basically a halfway house for models.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding.
He hired a jizz mopper just to clean up the room
pretty much
every hour.
He was living with 42 10s. Nobody got work done. I'm like, could you imagine the difference look, my friend's brother-in-law is a toll collector on the Jersey Turnpike. He has black lung at the age of 38 from breathing in all the tolls. He had a massive coke problem. He lost his teeth from doing coke in between taking tolls from cars. He would bend down like the guy at the Causeway with Sonny dropping the coins. He would go down and do lines of coke. Okay, and he was homeless for a while because he couldn't make his alimony payments, and he had black teeth and black lung and a coke problem, and now I think he's doing time. And then there's John Stamos. Imagine the difference. They're both human beings. The difference in the human experience. Like, I know that guy very well, and I knew John Stamos very well. That guy had black lung from working the toll collector. Not a good-looking guy either. He had acne. It looked like someone put out a fire on his face with like a pair of cleats. He looked like Davy Johnson.
They both were in line at CVS at the same time once. And they just like,
I'm just saying, there's that guy, then there's a multimillionaire who looks like John Stamos living with models in Malibu, and then there's that guy, my friend's brother-in-law. I mean, it's just I was for a while I was seeing both because I go home quite a bit. I'd see both ends of the spectrum, and I'm like, this is like there's hell, and then there's over here.
yeah.
There's Pepperdine, and then there's Rutgers Newark. Yeah, I mean, you know, what am I doing? I did a corporate gig once in Maui. I did a corporate gig once in Maui, Hawaii. You know, at the Four Seasons Resort. And I called up a couple of my friends. I said, I can't believe I'm on the same planet as 1 and 9 in Newark. Route 1 and 9 at the truck stop in Newark, at the Bendix Diner. I can't believe this is the same planet. I mean, you know, so yeah, that's what he was running. And what was I saying?
Did you ever swim in Pamela's
the
pool or her
well, no,
Hep C?
here's what I said. Here's what I said that I got her mad. She said she uninvited me. She goes, you know, we don't need you there. And I said, you know what you need is a lifeguard. It was after the kid.
Oh my God.
Shit.
The kid. Wow. Our friend's kid just drowned. I said, you need a lifeguard, sweetie. And I said it under my breath. And what was that? What? That's terrible. But the fans booing her because she fucked me. Thank you, fans. Thank you, fans.
Is her house by the ocean or by the Hep C?
Beyond the Hep C.
What about Stewie Stamos? Was he there? Or was he
Yeah, could you imagine?
was he hobnobbing?
I said, what? Yeah. Well, I said, what? Look at you. What are you doing? Are you ever going to leave the house? Like, why would you leave the house? And then he pointed. Unbelievable. I can't even tell. I mumble when I think about it.
But it's got to be bored. That's the type of guy I bet turns gay or does something, cuts off his balls or something.
Yeah. Well, so far that hasn't happened. So far it hasn't happened. So far he's still, you know, doing a shitty pilot every year.
He's the Ted McGinley of our generation.
Yeah.
That used to be. Whatever happened to that guy? He was in everything, and then they're like, oh, we got Stamos.
He's got it better together than Ted McGinley. I fucking the motherfucker. You know, at Howard's wedding, he was with the most beautiful girl. He was just ignoring her. 23-year-old actress. Just ignoring her. She's sitting there talking to me. You're on the show too? Yeah. Okay, he was with a 23-year-old girl. At the end of Howard's wedding, we were all dancing on the dance floor with Cirque. To only the song playing was "Only the Good Die Young" by Billy Joel. Here's the kicker: Billy Joel was singing it. Okay, and I was with this girl. I was saying, you know, dancing. This 23-year-old girl, Stamos again. I don't think he was ever with her the whole night. She was with the salad longer. And the girl I was with said, "I feel sorry for her. Just don't worry about it. Don't you know, don't butt in. Everything's fine." Like he was having what I called the perfect date. Someone asked me on the air what's the perfect date, this feminist. I said, here's my perfect date. I play poker and watch Sports Center and then Monday Night Football with my buddies all fucking night. I win a bunch of money. We have a pizza. At the end of the night, you run in, blow me, and clean the place up.
But that's the thing.
And then you go watch Notting Hill with Dan. I said, you know what? And without the cleaning up, it's not that perfect.
So I'm your Dan Zimmer then.
Well, yeah. But John Stamos was he was just ignoring her all night. He took her to the wedding. It was like so we're on the dance floor singing. Billy Joel is singing "Only the Good Die Young," and I had just I did the best man toast that night, so he knew of me, and he said, "How you doing, man?" And this chick, it's not John, said John Stamos' date said, "Boy, the piano player is great." She thought Howard hired him. She didn't know who he was. She didn't know who he was. And I didn't correct her. I said, yeah, you know what? You should go up and say something to the piano player. I said, tip him.
Tell me
I don't know. The great end would be if she did it. I should. You know what? God, maybe she did. I don't think she did. But could you imagine?
You sound almost as good as the real guy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like if the real guy got really fat and bald. Well, the joke I made, the first joke of the toast, this was a tough room. Donald Trump was a foot from me, literally 1 foot from me. And I killed, and it was great. And Donald Trump afterwards came up to me and said, that was not an easy thing to do. That's a tough room. He did a great job. And he shook my hand. Like, you could tell he liked competition. It was like, that was a challenge. I said, thanks, Don. Let me to me.
That was the Chevy Chase thing, too.
Yeah,
right?
Chevy Chase got up and made a fool of himself. And 2 other people sort of bombed. It was a tough one. So Donald, Le Cirque is not a big place. Howard rented it out on a Friday night. What does that cost? Le Cirque. 5-star French restaurant. And, it was like an event. It was all press outside. And Trump, Joan Rivers, Barbara Walters, Billy Joel. Within a foot, like I'm playing charades in a house. And Howard and Beth. So the first joke, I forget the exact wording of it, but it was, Beth looks a lot like a young Christy Brinkley, And I said, it's great to see Billy Joel here, and Howard, of course. Listen, this is on. I'm looking at a beautiful blonde with that face, that gorgeous face, who's a model, marrying an iconic Jewish guy from Long Island who, I hope has a very big prenuptial agreement. And it destroyed. It was better than that, but I compared obvious Christy Brinkley and Billy Joel was sitting there. And I think she took him for quite a bit of money. Why do you think he does the garden every week? She did. Like, he had a $32 million house, and he sold to Seinfeld. Seinfeld bought the house. And he went broke. Billy Joel made a fortune, lost a fortune, and so it was that was the story. The joke was that, and believe me, if I know Howard, they had a very big prenuptial agreement. She ain't getting a dime. No, I'm kidding. They'll be together forever, I'm sure. Unlike me. But again, a very, very interesting life there. Very interesting. Yeah, she said the piano plays great.
Well, that's the thing is, like, you have other interests. I think John Stamos, the only thing he talks to other people are about the last hot chick that he was with at the last place they saw him at.
Well,
so he just avoids it.
Well, also, the acting challenge of season 3 of Full House. When the girls got older. Howard like sometimes would say, I bet, I got a feeling John Stamos fucked both Olsen twins. I go, how weird would that be? I said, do you think he waited till they were of age? He goes, I don't know. I go, that's all the fun is out of it if he waits till age.
Jesus.
Yeah. Remember, everybody thought they were going to be hot?
If they filmed it in Canada.
Remember, everybody thought they were going to be hot.
Yeah.
They look elfin. Right? They're not hot. Am I something wrong there?
There's a reason nobody's seen them in 10 years.
I don't think that they... Yeah.
Well, I think they're very... Bob Saget, when he comes into town, Saget is the greatest fucking guy. Of all the people at Dirty Work, I might be the closest to him because I haven't seen Norm in a while. He's the one guy. He calls me all the time. How you doing? And offers me to stay at his place. And I mean, he loses my number eventually. But no, he's such a sweetheart, Saget, a real mensch, as they say in the Italian community.
Did he get married again? He was with a couple of
he's always with hot
girls
chicks,
that you always think is his daughter.
Well,
and then it's like, oh, that's.
I knew those little girls. They were such cute girls. They're adorable now. They're in fucking college. I saw them. I roasted Jack Black a few years ago at the Friars Club, and Bob was the MC. And at the afters party at the Friars Club, his daughters were there, grown up. I knew them on the set of Dirty Work. They were little girls. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
unbelievable. They can buy and sell me both times.
He's not married again.
He's not. Yeah, he did. He got close. He was dating this really.
He's at least engaged. Yeah, because
when Dirty Work came out, he was dating this really young chick. He'd been divorced for long. She was a little bit of a pain in the ass. She kept yapping too much.
Yeah,
and I would pull her aside. I go, "You're yapping too much. You want to live in Malibu? You want for season 3 money of Full House? Calm down."
Are you a comedian? Because you're with a comedian. You should learn to talk.
Are you the piano player's good?
That's a.
I said, what you should tell him, can you sing me a song, Piano Man? Can you sing me a song tonight? We're all in the mood for a melody, and, we're feeling all right.
The saddest one of those I've ever saw was the Ed McMahon. You know how he's married like 4 times?
Yeah.
And he would do these live shows just talking about what it was like to be next to Johnny. And his wife came up on stage and said, he was telling some story about, Johnny Carson and like Paul Newman, and then she said, can you guys tell Ed to take me shopping to Target afterwards? Like legitimately.
That's
and it was
unbelievable.
and he's been taken like 9 times. Like didn't he lose like a fortune? He had like 5 ex-wives.
Oh yeah,
or
absolutely.
something.
Well, you let that's the thing. You let there's certain people who they let strippers into their world. They date these strippers, and they get they're not secure enough in their ability to get a woman who's not a whore.
Find me something, Daddy.
Yeah, well, there's a certain comedian who was like that. Who was really famous. I was close with for a while, and he would date the same type of woman. A stripper, a stripper you fuck every once in a while. You don't make them your girlfriend. And endless money though this guy had from TV syndication, and they would I said, wait a minute, she's your girlfriend? I mean, she's disgusting. Like in Vegas, she would steal. This one chick would steal your chips in Vegas. Sam Simon called them chip whores. And I go, she's a chip whore. And we go, such and such dating a chip whore again. Like, why is he dating chip whores? But he was the kind of guy who probably got no chicks before.
She's Sharon Stone in Casino. That kind of.
If you're lucky. But yeah, it's dangerous. I'm gonna fucking whack this guy for you. I know this fucking guy 35 years. I'm gonna whack him for you. That fucking motherfucking cunt. I should have got involved with the fucking Jew's wife. Are you fucking a Jew's wife? The guys in Kansas City want to know if you're fucking a Jew's wife. I gotta tell them. Don't tell them I'm not fucking a Jew's wife. Lie to them, you fuck. We're out here to rob. We came out here to rob. Let's rob. Who the fuck is this jerk off? Who the fuck is this? I don't trust him. They say to read our lips. Put your lips on you. Put your hand on you. Fucking. Listen, they're real fucking worried. They ask me every time I go back to Kansas City. The fucking bosses. They say you fucking a Jew's wife. I'm like, why are you fucking? No, man, fuck somebody else. You can fuck anybody you want. I know, but I like the fucking Jew's wife. I'll fuck who I want. Well, she wants me to fucking whack him. Like, he gives her a one bad look. I'm gonna whack him. I know the guy 35 years. I'm gonna whack him. For you. What is it? The way you call the fucking police? Shut your fucking mouth right now. Shut your fucking mouth. When she's screaming outside in broad daylight, I will go to the police. Yeah. And like cocaine's falling out of her purse. Yeah. And like Pesci's like, okay, sweetheart. Okay, I'll see you at home. Okay, get home safe. All right, thank you.
And that deadbeat boyfriend was great. What was that guy?
James Woods.
Yeah. Oh, Woods. Yeah, he was so good.
Oh God, when he's getting
what a sleaze bag.
He gets De Niro a little bit madder.
When they go to the diner.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, that's got a dark ending with her too, with Sharon Stone. Oh God.
What was the? And the kid too. He gets a fight with the kid in the car. That's really.
Oh God. I will go to the police. What a fucking cunt. She ties the daughter up to the bed. How does Scorsese even shoot that? This little girl actress. Okay, sweetie, we're gonna tie you up to the bed. I guarantee she had a stage mom. Like, she'll do it. Tie her up wherever you want. Tie her. Where's the check? Man, tie her up wherever you want. You could tie her. Want to chain her? You could chain her. We rehearsed last night. I chained her to the bed last night in the hotel.
You okay, honey? We're going to be at craft service.
You okay, sweetie?
You're getting a sandwich.
Yeah, we're getting a sandwich. We're going to be over here by the Teamsters.
We'll be in your dressing room.
We're buying some California snow. Mommy? Yeah, just shut up. If Mr. Scorsese wants you to cry, you cry. Otherwise, you don't cry. Okay, but they're tying me up. Remember we rehearsed last night? Remember I tied you up with your brother? Wait a minute, where's your brother? Is he still tied up? We checked out of the hotel and the brother might be tied up. Mr. Scorsese, can we have one more night in the room? I'm going to fucking give you one more night in the fucking room. Fucking whack you. What do I give a fuck? Look at the fucking Jew's wife. The fat guy in Kansas City. No. Is he fucking a Jew's wife? Is he fucking? I told him not to fucking do it. He don't fucking. We make a lot of fucking money with that guy. That guy's a fucking earner. You understand? Are you telling me the truth? I better not find out you're lying to me. Are you lying to me? No, he's fine. You better be lying. You better be. You fucking lying to me? That coffee cake guy.
Oh.
When they decide to kill Alan King too. That movie's cold, man. the way Spilotro gets it at the end is worse enough. That's the worst death scene ever.
Yeah.
With the aluminum bat. But the way he decides to kill Alan King, they're like a guy they know forever. Nah, he's okay. He won't talk. I know him. Why take a chance? Got to the fucking... And the guy in Costa Rica, they knew he'd come out of hiding to get his kid off because his kid got a drug beef. They knew he'd come out of hiding. Two Chicago guys. Right. Come here, you fucking jag-off.
Well, that was kind of Giancana's deal. He went down to...
Costa Rica. Yeah, but no one ever whacked Giancana. Right. Well, they whacked Giancana in Cicero. He was making sausage.
Right.
It's a great book called about Giancana. That Giancana's stepson wrote, and I read it in like 2 days. I saw it at the airport. I was like, gee, but there's a lot of great stories, and this guy, he solves the murders of Marilyn Monroe and that type of thing. He's got theories, and like crazy theories, like Paul Anka killed Marilyn Monroe. What? How did it happen? In the beginning of that book, Sam Giancana. It's 1975. He got killed in 75, so he was probably not an old man, but he was cooking sausage and peppers in a grill in Cicero in his backyard, and two guys came in and shot him in the head. Is that how he died? He got
in the basement. I thought it was the basement. He was cooking sausage and peppers in the basement.
Oh, really? Okay, well, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
This had him in the backyard or something, because they described the sausage how it's sizzling. It was well written. I was hungry. But they have seen Giancana. So in 1975, he was probably born around 70. He wasn't that old, but maybe he was 60, maybe. So is that why? Did Giancana's kid get in trouble or something? But he had to come out of hiding?
No, they were worried that he was going to go to... They were worried about two things. They were worried about the feds with the girlfriend, that singer.
Right.
And Exner. And then they were worried about...
Judith Exner? Judith Exner was on tape fucking everybody.
Right.
Judith Exner fucked Sinatra. Well, Sinatra gave Judith Exner to JFK.
Right.
One night, where the Comedy Store is. Okay.
Ciro's?
The Comedy Store used to be Ciro's, and that was where Sinatra punched out that.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Sinatra punched out that newspaper guy, and that's also the place. They were all at Ciro's where Sinatra introduced Exner to JFK.
Wow.
And that's like a magical plot of land, they say. And when the Shores bought it, the old man, Howard Shore, Paulie's father, who was a nightclub comic, Sammy Shore. Sammy Shore was a nightclub comic who opened for like people in Vegas, and Paulie Shore telling that story. I chilled on Elvis's knee, bro. Shut up. Yeah, bro. My father opened for the Biggies. He opened for Sinatra. And when I was bored, he used to take me to gigs. Yeah, I used to chill on Elvis's knee, yo. Richard Pryor was at my... When did he start talking like that? I heard Mitzi's on her way out. Well, she's been out. She's on Alzheimer's.
She's been gone for a while, I think.
And Paulie's brother runs the club, I think.
I don't think anybody knows who's in charge there.
Zeppo Shore.
Zeppo. I don't think it's Paulie because he still sends in avails. So he's hoping to get stage time.
He told me and this other kid, Dean. The kid Dean was actually a correspondent. Who's the Arab kid, Dean, you see on there? He's a correspondent.
Yeah, I know.
He used to do stand-up.
Yeah.
And in the mid-'90s, we both did a set at the Belly Room.
Mm-hmm.
In the ups to try to become regulars at the Comedy Store. And I was a regular at 4 clubs in Manhattan. I was on the fucking Mad TV. And I passed at the Improv. And I'm working at the Improv on Melrose. I go up to the store, and I do a set at the Bell Room. I don't even know Paulie Shore was in the room. And we're at the bar, and he tells me and that kid, Dean, you guys aren't ready for the store. I'm like, let's make a list of occupations you'd have if your mother didn't own this fucking place. But when we get to fucking a receptionist at a tanning salon, we still would have 1,000 jobs. 1,000 jobs. Haberdasher. Hair sweeper. Fucking rust scraper at the fucking bridge. His last special I watched on Showtime. Here's the big joke. Because he did it in Washington, D.C. It was his political special. Here's the big joke. Here's the closer. Osama rhymes... Wait a minute. Osama rhymes with Obama. 'Obama' rhymes with 'Osama. 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 'Obama' rhymes with ' yo, check that out, yo.
No, you buried the lead. The name of the special, because it's political, is called Politics.
Yeah, that is the lead. Man, that's the lead.
So bad.
Osama rhymes with a bummer. Check that out, yo. Yo, did somebody check that out? Yo. Eric Holder, who I believe was the Attorney General at the time. Who was Eric Holder, head of FBI?
The Attorney General.
Was he Attorney General?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's Obama's first term. He was the Attorney General.
Yes.
Okay. He was the Attorney General at the time of the taping of the special. He's in the front row.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. He's in the front row, and Pauly Shore goes up to him and puts his hand in his face like this. He goes, Osama rhymes with Obama, Mr. Attorney General. Check that out, yo.
God.
He's saying that to the Attorney General of the United States.
Jesus Christ.
Who's nervously laughing. As he closes Politics. At the Comedy Store, he would always have like a town car because he'd be kind of wasted. And almost every night, the town car would be pulling out onto Sunset. There was all traffic, and that is a happening scene, man. It is. You feel alive, especially if you have a set. You feel like you're in life, and he would always be in the back of that car. I saw it a couple times, talking to two smoking hot chicks, and trying to get them in the back seat of the car. I can't even think how many times he succeeded. And if you walk by close enough to hear the conversation, you would hear one of the girls going, "Really? The house is right up here?" You were on MTV?
I have a boyfriend.
Oh, bring him. You guys like, health drinks? You're sweating. Ooh. Ooh. You're not wearing a shirt. You see Politics? Do you guys notice? You two girls notice Osama rhymes with Obama?
I have Biodome on DVD in the car. You can watch it.
You weren't in Biodome. Wait!
You're that guy.
Retards. When they caught, I've told the story before, when they caught the sniper, the Washington, D.C. sniper, man, a serial killer.
Yeah.
Him and his son killed 20 people, just killing them as a sniper at gas stations in the D.C. area. When they caught him, a good-looking guy, looked like a model almost. Dan will attest to this. He looks good, right? I'm kidding. No, he looked like a Blair Underwood type. Good-looking black man. He comes on the screen.
He's no Pepper Johnson.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have the neck fat. I swear to God, neck fat. So when he comes, I'm having lunch in Beverly Hills at the Havana Room, the Grand Havana Room. And basically, that guy who runs that place, Stan, props to you, buddy. He knew how to hire waitresses. They were all playmates. I had my own fucking humidor there for 2 years. The 2 years I was on the Norm Show, there was a backroom poker game. I got in it one Thursday night. It was a $20,000 buy-in. Couldn't tell anybody. Well, maybe it wasn't there. I lost 42. I lost 42 grand. 42 grand.
Yikes.
I was making 35.
Ugh. Who can we blame for that?
Yeah, me. My bad genes. So anyway, this serial killer comes on the screen right behind me, and I was talking to my friend, Anthony Massimaro, and his friend's father was in town. We're having steak, and it's late lunch. This table of like models in their 20s, smoking hot girls, are right in back of us. And when the DC sniper comes on screen, saying we caught this guy, underneath it says killed 20 people, and might be arraigned soon. Every girl in unison at that table went, cute! Without question would fuck him. Without question. And what am I trying to do? Learn how to be a fucking funny person? What am I wasting my time on a joke? Well, maybe should we do this? Should I take a pause here? What the fuck? The joke is on me. The joke is on me. I'm trying to see, should I pause here? Should I do maybe this word's funnier? This word's funny. Nah, was this done before? Is this original as hacking? No, I should have just been born as good looking as the DC sniper. Cocksuckers. And by the way, if HBO executives listening, I don't mean the word hot cocksuckers in a derogatory. Cocksuckers should be positive. Oh, let's take a break because the chick who looks like Kevin McHale. There's a surrogate for Hillary who looks like a woman. Looks like Kevin McHale.
No, this is the new Munsters.
Yeah.
In color.
What do they say? The demographic that these surrogates for Hillary are so mad. Yeah, you don't come off hateable, sweetie. Don Lemon's talking.
Yeah, so what's your point?
Don Lemon is the only guy who makes me wish I was a fraud. I like the guy. I met him. Good man and very good looking. This guy's pro-Trump. He's an odd-looking guy. But the pro-Hillary woman looks like Kevin McHale. I got to piss. We're watching CNN right now. We're just reacting to it. Don Lemon, the gay black guy. Right? Both things are true, right?
Yes.
Dan first told me how hot he was. Well, again, you deny this. I'm not saying you're gay. You said this guy's a really hot black guy who was on in Chicago first. And I said Don Lemon because he interviewed me. He was very nice about when Trevor Noah got
invited you out to party.
I said I'll go. I said my friend says you're fucking hot. And I said a lot of times Danny's wrong about stuff, but every time he says a guy is hot, I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm like, he's right on with you, man. Dude, Dan, for the record, bullseye.
He could be in that Schmidt's gay commercial.
That's the best. Couldn't do that right now. Puts gay in a bad light. There is a woman on here. I don't know what her name is. She is batshit crazy, and I guess she's gay, right? I mean, I don't know. What's the good word now? Carpet muncher.
Handy.
Woman in comfortable shoes. Handy. Kind of woman who could change a carburetor. But she looks like Kevin McHale, the old Celtic. She has his arms. And what she's saying basically now is that there's a right-wing movement getting a lot of chatter on Twitter. They're actually spending time on this argument that Trump could become could turn us into like what Germany was with the Nazis. So let's play along. Let's go with that. Let's say that. Like celebrities are comparing him to Hitler. Let's really do that comparison. Don't you think there's enough checks and balances? Like maybe start with his Jewish son-in-law, to where Trump is Hitler. He gets in, he's like, yes. Gets Giuliani and Christie together and go, guys, we did it. That's his Goebbels, I guess. And no, Christie's Rex Marshall Goering, who's the fat guy.
Yeah.
And second, only to the Führer. You will close the bridge down. Herr Christie. You will close the George Washington Bridge. Nobody gets through. The Jews will die. No Jews get through the bridge.
All he has to do is sit down in the middle of it.
You find out what Jews have doctor's appointment that day. You sit down on the bridge. And you say, no. Are you the Jews? Oh, Mr. Bernstein Bergenthal. You have to go get the appendix out. Well, there's traffic. I'm sitting in front of the bridge. You can't go by. Dead Jew. Call Herr Trump and say, mission accomplished. I sit on the bridge. Only when Jews have to go and get their prostate. His appendix burst. His appendix burst, the Jew. Who even know the Jew had appendix like other humans? He's had horns. Okay. Next, we build Auschwitz. Okay, let's go along with this. Like, let's play along.
Staten Island.
As he finds a place for Auschwitz, as he starts to build Auschwitz, don't you think, like, right there someone stops him. Don't you think so?
I hope they do.
Yeah.
Right. Because Hitler was pretty open about it. I mean, Hitler was like, we're going to kill Jews here. This is a Jew killing factory. What's your problem? Look the other way. Right now, about 6 million. That's our goal. So CNN and these people, like Don Lemon and his team, they go and they say, what are you doing? You're building Auschwitz? No way. We're not going to let that happen. Because you guys are heroes. You guys are heroes.
I would love to see the rundown for this show from the producers. It just says, you say something crazy, then she says something crazy.
Right.
Then we break, and then he says something crazy.
There's a black guy named Charles Blow. Who, again, I was saying, maybe his last name is what he used to sell. Charles Blow. Is he that old rapper?
Curtis?
Curtis Blow? Is that Curtis Blow?
That'd be good if it's his brother.
That would be great. What about your brother Curtis? What's he doing?
Playing basketball?
Well, ever since Hitler got elected. Yeah. So okay, here's the thing, guys. We've got, you say Trump's Hitler. Okay, you say that. Don will react. And then someone else will bring up something else like I don't know, like Chris Christie's Close the Bridge. Something. Just keep saying something crazy. And so how far do you think Trump gets with the Hitler thing? If he gets, let's say he gets Auschwitz built. Takes about a year. The first day he tries to round up Jews and put them in a train. Don't you think somebody stops him? Don't you think somebody from CNN goes over there and goes, what are you doing? Well, remember, I built Auschwitz. Yeah, I can't believe you got away with that. What are you doing now? We're rounding up Jews. I'm going to take them and kill them. Okay, let's say he gets the Jews on the train. Somehow he gets the Spielberg family. Somehow he cons them. Now he's got all Jews on the train. Don't you think some of the Jews go, stop, stop it. We're not going to Auschwitz. And Trump's like, no, you got to go, I'm the president. We warned you. Remember there were articles on Hitler. Remember? Don Lemon was saying it. And that chick who looks like Kevin McHale. And the chick who looks like Kevin McHale now, she's on Don Lemon show going, I told you so. Right now there's a train filled with Jews. And they're on their way to Auschwitz that he built. Where are we going to stop this? Let's say the train gets to Auschwitz. And they get off. And he makes them all get naked. Like in Schindler's List. They get in
like
lines.
the Miss America pageant?
Right, well, yeah. That's his new Miss America. He likes being around naked people. And and there's one Puerto Rican chick. For no reason. Aren't you Jewish? Are you Rod Cruz's daughter? So now they start registering them. They're in lines to get registered, like in Schindler's List. At some point, does one of them go, wait a minute, it's 2017, guy, what are we doing? I own an advertising firm. I'm a dentist. I'm a lawyer. Okay, let's say he gets away with it. Now they're all registered. Okay, so now Trump has built Auschwitz.
I'm Artie's manager.
Right, exactly. Well, him, I don't mind if he kills him. It would be great if the only Jew killed is Rick Dorfman. And Rick, you have to sacrifice for because as soon as they actually kill a Jew, then it'll be stopped. So if Rick Dorfman is the one they kill, then it'll be stopped. I know. So let's go through this. Let's believe everybody, all the people, the surrogates for Hillary on Don Lemon, that he's Hitler. So far, he's built Auschwitz. No one stopped him, including his Jewish son-in-law.
His haircut's almost as bad, though.
Yeah.
It's Hitler.
Well, yeah. I think Melania does her pussy like the mustache. You want, Führer, you want my pussy like a Hitler mustache? Yes, Fräulein. Fräulein Trump.
Makes me feel like I'm sticking my dick in Charlie Chaplin's mouth.
Makes me think like I'm fucking Hitler. I want my cock in Hitler's moist mouth. Yeah. Goebbels. Goebbels at the New York Post is putting out articles against the Jews. Okay, so he gets Auschwitz built, which has got to take a good year. And Trump's Auschwitz is all gold encrusted.
If they even finish
like
it,
the
because he
title.
doesn't pay anybody.
It says Trumpwitz. It says Trumpwitz. That egomaniac, and then they get mad at that on Don Lemon. That egomaniac can't even keep it Auschwitz. He's got to make a Trumpwitz.
Yeah, and then they build a Borgata version, and everyone goes to that instead.
They make a better. Well, then a team comes along and makes a better Jew killing tramp. It's actually more luxurious. So we let it. He builds Auschwitz. Then he somehow builds a train. He somehow gets Jews on the train. Like I know a lot of Jewish families that are they're not going to tolerate that at all. They're very busy. You're not getting Howard on that train. Got shit to do. You're not getting my agent on the plane. Well, my lawyer. I don't want him anywhere near. You're not killing my lawyer. Them's fighting words. So they all get on the train, and no one stops it yet. You know what? I'm a little scared of this. These guys are right. We better get him out of office. He could be Hitler.
Well, he's not in office yet. He's still.
Yeah, we better make sure he doesn't get in because he might be Hitler.
You think he'll make it? He seems exhausted to me.
No, well, he'll make it if he really wants to kill the Jews, he'll make it. That's a good one. That's a good reason. Hitler had a lot of incentive.
He didn't make it though.
He'll make it. Well, he got 6 million killed. That was pretty good. That was considered a failure. Look at Dan, he's so uptight.
His closer though.
It is too much, Dan. Stop.
Huh?
It's too much.
No,
It's too much, right?
He's just thinking about that guy. He's dreamy.
You're all pussies.
Sally Cohn is a lesbian.
Who?
Sally Cohn, that crazy woman.
Yeah, of course she is.
Kevin McHale.
I was kidding. You really looked that up?
Yeah.
Look, what's this woman saying?
What's the?
She thinks he's Hitler too.
He said so many things over the course of the campaign. We're out of NATO. We're in NATO. We're going to do infrastructure. We're going to build a wall. We're going to have a big beautiful
What a
little
dope.
door on the front of it. I mean, he said so. We don't know. I don't think he knows. Right?
Who gives a fuck what you know? Nobody cares about telling you anything.
Don't you? I mean, you better believe they're.
How many men have lied to you, sweetie?
Coming together.
How many men have lied to you? Are you fucking my girlfriend or are you not fucking my girlfriend? We don't know. How often do you cry yourself to sleep? She's so mad at men. Look at how mad at men she is. Look.
He's getting rid of it.
A man's making a point.
And the way to get people to pay their bills is just.
We all know the girls' Ghostbusters is funnier than the men's Ghostbusters. We all know it. The guy in the New York Post had it.
This is the fucking Cubs' fault, Dan. The whole world is going under
What a pussy world.
when the Cubs win.
That's fucking terrible. I'm a little worried now, though. I'm going through it in my head about Hitler. Trump.
A little worried?
Yeah, because Bill Maher calls him Orange Hitler, too. Bill Maher was very upset the other day. Bill Maher gave the most gay, guys, listen, guys, I have to appeal to you. When I was against Mitt Romney, he wasn't bad for me. He wouldn't have changed my life that much. And George Bush was an honorable man who I just disagreed with. But this is real. This is real. You think your life's going to be an ounce different, you fucking asswipe. Wait, is your life a lot different today, Bill? Did you not buy weed from a black whore and fuck her?
No, we actually voted it in. It's recreational now.
Sure, it's recreational.
In L.A. or California.
Assholes can smoke it. Bill, you just have to prove you're an asshole when you go in there. Just open your fucking mouth. Take your fucking highlight tape of your fucking dopey show. This is real, guys. This is real.
He hasn't tweeted in 24 hours since.
Because he realized he just got Trump elected. Does he even realize how much people hate him? People hate these people. We're listening to Charles Blow. Charles Blow and a woman who's hard right now. Yeah. Don Lemon would almost fuck this broad. I'll go out with Don Lemon and fucking troll him. I mean, because again, this is where Danny was right on the money.
Oh.
Man, I tell you that John Lemon, he's no lemon. That's an ironic last name. He's a fucking stud. Yep, he used to sleep on the couch with me and Mark. He tried to steal the Gold Glove.
Never.
Yep, trumpets. As if someone could become him.
This is the worst though. Like this is how much more interesting it is that we're watching this with the sound down, doing our own commentary.
It's like Mystery Science Theater 3000.
We should have an alternate CNN channel where they just hear us talking on top.
That'd be the best. I'll do this girl's voice, right?
You'll be Sally Cohn.
I'll be Sally. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Sally Cohn?
Yeah.
Thank you, Potemkin. Thank you, Potemkin, for the new Fleetwood broom. Let me just say this, Potemkin. Hitler has been elected. And I went in to vote. I jerked off in the shower. And then I went in to vote. I've gotten the ultimate operation. That's right. I've become Roy Cohn. I'm now Sally, yeah. I'm now Sally Tussio. That's right. I look like Abe Pagoda from The Godfather. I was yelling at this man before. There's another man who's pro-Trump. Oh, you're pro-Hitler? So you're saying you're against the neo-Nazi movement? That's making a lot of chatter on my Twitter. Who's this gentleman? An enormous man with a Trump colostomy bag. We all know Trump makes the best colostomy bags.
It's our buddy Bob Beckel. Is that his last name?
What's his name, Bob Beckel?
Yeah.
How do you know him? Our buddy.
He was always on that show you watched.
What show?
On Fox. And then he had drug problems and he left.
What are you talking about?
He was on the show all the time. He was the liberal guy on that show that you watched.
What show?
On Fox. That's on at like 5 o'clock.
Oh, Dan. You know the name of the show. Will you stop fucking big gaying around? You know the name of the show, Dan. Say it. It's on at 5 o'clock, right? Okay.
Is that the 5?
Oh, my God. What an idiot. Yeah, Dan. We know. Stop pretending. You always try to be like one of the guys or something. He pretends not to know about gay shit. What's the name of that thing? What's the name of that dance? What is it? Lambada?
Macarena.
What's the name of that Latin Inches? That magazine?
I've never heard of Zumba.
Azima? This guy had drug problems?
Yeah, Bob Beckel. He had
I never watched it when he was on
He
it.
was on Fox all the time.
How do you know about every show?
And he had drug problems.
Well, I mean, why do you hate everybody who has your exact same opinions on politics? You hate everybody.
mean?
You hate everyone who's like a
I don't
liberal.
hate Bob Beckel. I just said that's your...
Not him. I'm talking about, everybody else. That you hate the liberals.
It's because they whine about the same shit
Well, that's
over
you.
and over. I don't whine.
Not around me, but when you get with your architecture.
Yeah.
I could see you now with the intellectual friends. Boy, thank God I left that Neanderthal for a day. I was just talking about the economic policies. Well, now that we elected Hitler, the new bullshit is that you didn't vote for Hillary Clinton. Without question, you voted for Hillary Clinton. There's no way you wrote in Bernie.
I voted Bernie Sanders.
Good one.
He's got his Feel the Burn t-shirt on.
I feel the burn. Thank you, Napkin. I feel the burn. I had sex with a herpes-infected gentleman. Don Lemon. Here's my girlfriend, Rocco. Annette Bening. Oh, is this the new one with
Eyebrows?
with Warren Beatty?
Is it about Howard Hughes or something?
Yeah. Again, you know exactly what's about. Jesus. Why would you pretend not to know about this?
What?
Why would you pretend
I've only
not
seen
to
the
know?
commercial one time.
You know it's about Howard Hughes.
I figured it was about Howard Hughes.
Well, you said it's about Howard Hughes. You know it's about Howard Hughes.
Because I saw the commercial one time.
Don't get defensive. I don't know why you lie about stuff like that. It's odd.
Is that a gay movie too?
Well, I think you think movies are gay.
I go to movies all the time.
I know you do. You're the only straight guy I know who does that.
Movies are the only place where people leave me alone and I can eat in peace.
What, people are mobbing you somewhere? All I do is see people leaving you alone. Where do people mob you?
They don't mob me because I'm me. They mob me because they are a pain in the ass.
Who mobs you?
It's very crowded in New York City.
Right. So you think they're all in the city because you're there? They all work there. Do you think 8 million people go? Dan's coming. 8 million people get up and go, is Dan going to be in Manhattan today? Because we're going to come in.
Dan likes his space.
I don't get what you're talking about. You sound ridiculous right now. What are you talking about?
Well, I like to be left alone. I don't want people...
but Dan, you'll be left alone anywhere you go.
No, you can't watch anything. You can't go to a restaurant without somebody bugging you or somebody sitting right next to you. Or
what do they bug you about?
Whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about. They bug you like you're a celebrity? What do you mean?
No.
Girls throwing pussy at him all day long.
Do you know what you sound almost scary now. What are you talking about? Are you delusional?
No, people come up and talk to me all the time.
Do you know what he's talking about? Where does that happen?
He just wants his privacy, Artie.
Because I leave the house. I go out.
Yeah, so do I. I go out all the time.
Oh.
I go do stand up. I go, I'm
all right. So right there,
right.
People are always bugging you. They're bugging me too.
Do you see a difference? Why that might be? Why they might bug me? I don't know what you're talking about. Do you imagine people come up to you?
No.
I want to go stand in a park tomorrow and see what happens.
There's people that see him at the gym and then they follow him around afterwards.
I don't get what you're saying.
I was at a restaurant last week and somebody came up and started talking to me. Some older woman.
Fucking filthy animal.
She sat like two seats across, two seats away.
Are you okay? You're not losing your mind, are you?
No, I'm fine.
How often does that happen?
I like the movies.
How often does that happen? How often does that happen?
It happens all the time.
A woman comes up to you all the time?
No, people come up to me and talk to me. Maybe I look like I'm easy to talk to.
Well, if you go sit in Chelsea with a lavender sweatshirt on. Man, this is the weirdest conversation I've ever had in my life. I honestly, I've been with you a lot. I don't see anybody coming up to you. I've never seen someone come up to you before.
They do all the time.
Have you seen this before?
He just wants his privacy,
No,
Artie.
but have you seen people come up to him?
I mean, I've seen famous people try to walk down the street in New York, and I understand that Dan is dealing with that at
Do you
a
think you're
0%
famous?
level.
No. This woman didn't know who I was.
But is this in your delusional head that where you're famous?
No.
Because I know you probably have an alter thing.
They recognize him from the commercial.
Wait, look at
the KFC bucket.
Look at these people lit something on fire in Portland. The people who think Hitler's in office.
Sit-ins and in some cases burning.
The one Trump dummy looks Asian. Wait, look at this. Everyone is saying, "Where's Dan Filano?" I want you to prove this to me. I want to take a hidden camera and have you sit somewhere.
Okay.
What do they ask you? What do the woman want?
There's a scroll that says Filato wants privacy on the bottom of CNN.
What did the woman want?
She's like, have you ever eaten at this place before? And I said, yes. She goes, what's good here?
Did you fuck her?
No.
That's what she wanted, though. And you're like, I just want to eat, honey.
But then, wait. This one doesn't make it. You can have your privacy here. Why do you go out of the house then?
I don't, because I like to walk around.
Well, if you don't want people to come up to you, stay here. I mean, you know, I try to avoid you. In this little apartment, we're this apartment. I'm the only one who sees you. I try to not see you.
He doesn't want to stop living his life, Artie. He wants to do.
He keeps
normal
cleaning up
things.
after me. It's so annoying. I'm like, I do live like a slob, but I'm like a guy.
It's Artie likes to nest. He's got papers.
He keeps looking over at me like when I'm, he sees a crumb and he keeps like, I see him looking at the crumb. And I go, damn, I'll get it later. He's like, all right, so I can get. I said, why don't you go out and talk to that woman? There's an old lady at Wendy's on 23rd Street. People do say to me when they recognize me, they go, where's Dan?
We need to talk to him.
I'm concerned about that crumb, though. How much later?
No, like, before he was doing it, he kept going up here. Like, there's a cigarette. See, he asked before that I dropped something. I'm like, yeah, please. I was insecure about it because I knew he was going to ask.
It was melted provolone.
No, it was the papers here. I go, okay. With all his liberal agenda here.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is a liberal agenda. There's Trump hanging. Amy Schumer. Former Saturday Night Live. I think. There's always a story about how, like, Mike Pence is Hitler. Do you think Trump's Hitler?
No.
That's Asian Trump right there. There's a dummy. Oh, there's an Asian woman, too. They have the same eyes.
That's what I told you. I can't wait until the South Park Trump movie. It's gonna be like Team USA.
Oh, that would be great. I love the fact in the South Park movie that Sodom was saying the devil's gay. Oh, Sodom.
Where are you going, Sodom?
Yeah. Sodom, where are you going? Every time I leave, everybody comes up to me. It's like that was an odd conversation.
He just wants room to be himself, Artie. I don't know why you can't understand that.
I mean, if you want privacy, you can stay here. I think it was just slower than that. I have to clean up.
He's cleaning up right now.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Why don't you give your website, Paul?
PaulHasAwebsite.com.
Yeah, we'll give whatever plug you want. Yeah.
Right. And you're here for a couple of days, right?
Yeah, here for a
New
couple
York?
days in New York. I'll be in.
Don't come up to me. Don't bug me.
I won't bother Dan. I'll be in Chicago if you want to go see. If you see anyone bothering Dan, please shoo them away.
That's right. Thanks for coming in.
All right, thanks, guys.
Are we on?
Yes.
No, with the cleaning up, sometimes it's the crumb. Sometimes he goes, "Is that hooker breathing?"
Oh God!
I'm like, just leave her there. She's fine. No, I can't just leave her here. I mean, is she okay? She's fine. Well, the last one choked on her vomit. I take full responsibility for it. I can't go to sleep with her there. Is someone coming for it? Yeah. The guy who dropped her off is coming back. Is that man coming back in the house? Yeah. Well, I can't. She's bleeding. No, she's not. That's lipstick. Lipstick on her forehead. Yeah, well, sometimes they miss.
I wanted to be that scene from Pulp Fiction when Dan has to, like, stab her with that adrenaline needle.
Yeah, he comes back. No, honestly, because that Korean boy is still just decomposing in the back. Can I throw away that 600-gallon drum? Yeah, that's fine. Can I please? And I know you think it's a big joke, but I take down the sign from my bedroom Chamber of Secrets. I know you think that's a big joke with your whores. I told you, the one chick I had over a couple times got to know you a little bit. Well, she you leave her right there. She's covering the crumbs. She's covering the crumbs. Dan, please, I'll get it. Right after I watch SportsCenter. You're not watching Sports. Well, the Bulls game is on. I have to watch every second of the Bulls game. I like to watch every second of the Bulls game and the Cubs game.
Anything that's in Chicago.
I had a problem tonight because I had the Bulls and the Hawks on at the same time.
Listen to this lunatic. Wait, listen to this guy.
Oh, yeah.
It's not helping. I wanted Hillary to win more than anybody. And to stand out here and to not have a call to action and not be specific, that's why we're here where we are now, because we haven't been talking about policy, because we haven't been being specific, because we've been talking about things that don't matter.
That was the guy. Does that guy come up with you a lot?
That was that anonymous mask.
Listen, okay. So the man who brought her here is going to take her. The African-American gentleman? Yeah. Okay. Now, again, she's a little loud. I'll tell her to be quiet. Well, because you tell her, please, to clean up after herself. I'm sick of cleaning up scarves.
If she weighs over 105, you can't throw her over the balcony.
And please, I'm a Hillary supporter. Could you please stop with the racial slurs? It's just something I don't like. I'm late. A lot of people want to come up to me at Wendy's. Yeah. I'm having lunch with Poppy Harlow. Okay, well, I go to the movies. I love the movies because no one bothers me there. I'm like Greta Garbo. I'm like Greta Garbo. Because no one came up to her. I like New York because it's the only place I can be alone. Okay, wait. The hooker's moving. Can we just get her to an hospital? I just feel she's not going to... Yeah. I feel she's going to stop breathing. Last time I had to clean up all of that drool. And when the African-American gentleman comes here, tell him he's got to watch the crumbs. Can he use a plate? What's his name? Tyrese? Not the model.
Do I buzz him in or leave him in the lobby?
Not the model. Don't tell me if a black model comes over here and I don't look well. I want to put my face on. It's not the Tyrese. No, it's a different Tyrese.
Tell him at the gym.
Tell him you have to go to the gym. I like showering at the gym for a reason. No one bothers me. Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna get them. You're promising me you'll get the hooker. Yeah, and I can get rid of the drum. What about the boy in the drum? He's probably decomposed, right? Now you need me to pick up some more acid?
I'm out of lime. The shipment of lime didn't come in from Costco.
Yeah. Now Dan, we're out of lime. I know everyone comes up to Dan. That's why we got to get rid of him. Too many people come up to him.
That's why he's worried about the cops coming up to him.
We're going to do an experiment. We're going to go to an empty park, and I'm going to put Dan right in the middle of the park.
Put a GoPro on his hat.
And we're with a camera. And we're going to see how many people come up to him. We're going to do that. And we're going to see why you go in the movies.
And every person that comes up to Dan, you have to say, fuck off.
Dan, no one comes up to people in the movies.
Today, your neighbor came up to me and said she wants to be on the podcast. What is it, Eleanor? She's like an older Jewish woman.
What the fuck you talking about?
Tell Artie I want to be on the podcast. It's the one that came to your show recently.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Dan, she comes up to everybody. Because like you, she's lonely.
Can you help me with my luggage? Sure.
I gotta get my luggage out before Hitler Trump gets in. I got to pack for the train.
Dan, hit it and quit it. It's a one-time thing, honey.
This woman.
Don't bother him.
This woman. Oh wait, I guess. Does she subscribe to the podcast?
She wants to be on.
She wants to be on it.
She's on it right now.
I know. Subscribe to the podcast because otherwise, if she doesn't, I won't. If she does, I won't subscribe.
Give her $7 worth.
If she doesn't, I won't subscribe her. Trying to think what she looks like. Trying to think of another human being in history.
What monster does she look like?
You have no idea.
Grandpa?
It ain't Marilyn.
Grandpa?
Let me see. I'm trying to think what she looks like.
A grown-up Eddie? Widow's Peak?
No, she's gone. You know what? There's not. She's like Babe Ruth. No other person's ever looked like. Well, Dan, could you listen? There's a man of color that's coming back. He left a woman of color here. Yes, not colored woman. No, that's what my roommate says. He's disgusting.